All right. Hey, everyone. We are live in virtual reality. We are in
Yes.
Facebook Spaces, and I am here with Rachel, who runs the social virtual reality team at Facebook.
Yep. Hi,
Um,
everybody.
and we're live in virtual reality on the roof of Facebook's building. So here, I can grab this and kind of show around here. This is the roof of this is the roof
Building we're in, right?
of MPK Building 20. This is the main building. This is actually the building that we're in right now. All right, so this is a big week for virtual reality. We have Oculus Connect 4 coming up on Wednesday, where we're
Yeah.
going to announce some stuff that I'm not going to announce now because it would be good to tune in on Wednesday and go through that.
Yeah.
But
Good point.
but even before we do that, one of the things that I've found that I thought was really neat, just watching how people have used virtual reality in the last year, is a lot of people are using Spaces, this tool that you and your team have built to do
Yep.
interviews and Q&As in VR, and to go places that it wouldn't be possible to necessarily go, or definitely would be a lot harder to go in real life.
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
We've seen people using it in all kinds of really cool ways. Wyclef Jean was interviewed by Slate the other day, and they took him to Haiti and showed him around. It was just amazing. So really cool stuff that people are doing to go different places.
Yeah, so I think the first place that we want to go today is Puerto Rico to check out this interesting 360 video that NPR took of what's going on down there. So let's go quickly teleport there. All right, so now we are in a 360 video in Puerto Rico, and hold on a second, and you can kind of get a sense of we're on a bridge here. It's flooded. You can get a sense of some of the damage here that the hurricanes have done. And this is one of the things that's really magical about virtual reality is you can get the feeling that you're really in a place, right? I probably should have mentioned this before, but Rachel and I actually aren't even, I think, in the same building in the physical world
Exactly.
here.
We're in
But
totally different
we're
places.
here. It feels like we're in the same place and we're making eye contact.
But
We're talking to each other.
We could high five.
Yeah,
if
there
we
you go.
wanted
High
to,
five.
and high five.
And so now, this is we're looking around, and it feels like we're really here in Puerto Rico, where it's it's obviously a tough place to get to now, and a lot of people are really suffering with the aftermath of the hurricanes. This is an area that Facebook is very focused on trying to help out in the recovery effort. When the hurricanes first hit, we did a bunch of work around launching Safety Check to make it so that people in the community could tell all their friends and loved ones that they were safe. We activated community help, so that way people could say they needed food or shelter, and people in the community could provide that if they had that. We ran a bunch of fundraisers to help raise money for the relief efforts. But on top of that, we also did a bunch of work ourselves in terms of sending Facebook employees down to Puerto Rico to help with connectivity, right? Because when you're in the middle of a disaster like this, it's really important that people have access to the internet. It's important both so that people can connect with their friends and their family outside of the disaster zone to tell them that they're okay or tell them what's going on. But it's also important so that way when relief workers go down there, they could coordinate with each other and know where people need help. So today we're actually announcing a new effort that we've been working on with the Red Cross to help out in Puerto Rico, which is we use artificial intelligence to build what we call these population maps. So you can look at satellite imagery of an area and get a sense of where it is that people actually live and the density of different places and where there's infrastructure going to those places. And that's going to help the Red Cross figure out where people are who need help and figure out how to connect them and get the relief people connected with the people who need help down there to help out with rebuilding and all the efforts that are going on. So this is something that we've we've tried to do a couple of times in the past, but this is a good example of how you can use AI and machine learning to help out in saving people's lives and help out in relief efforts like what we're trying to do with the Red Cross here. But, there's so much more that's needed to help out in Puerto Rico right now. Facebook has donated more than $1.5 million to the relief effort already, in addition to the other efforts that I mentioned a second ago. And there's a lot more that needs to happen. So this is an area that we're continuing to focus on.
Yeah, great. Well,
all right.
You can see that we can really feel like we're here, but
this street is just completely flooded.
Yeah.
Can you guys see this behind me? This is what it looks like down
It's crazy
here.
to feel like you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So do you want to go
Should
teleport somewhere else?
Yeah, maybe back to California.
All right, let's do it. Let's go check out where we're going to be for OC4 later this week.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we have OC4 coming up. So here, I'll take you to, this is last year's stage at OC3.
Let's get rid of this transport order.
Yeah. And so you guys are seeing the curtain, but maybe we can move it around so that you guys can see yeah, we'll flip the camera.
Oh yeah.
So they can see the audience.
There
That's the audience from last year.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Yeah, this is basically what I saw from the stage last year when we were doing OC3, Oculus Connect. Actually, last year at OC3 was the first time that we demoed Facebook Spaces. And I basically got on stage and live in front of everyone, did this live demo in VR. That was fairly scary, but it worked out pretty well. But basically, this is the stage. We're on the stage here. And yeah, this was fun. I'm looking forward to being with everyone in the community again later this week. We have some pretty fun and big announcements that we're excited about that I can't wait to share with you on Wednesday. Before going too much into that, do you want to? I don't know if there's anything more on OC4 that you wanted to touch on.
Well, we have lots of amazing speakers. We have tons of great announcements, like you said. It'll just be a really great time for people in VR to come learn about what we're up to, and we're excited to be there.
You're going to be speaking?
It's great to meet everybody. I will be speaking.
You're going to give an update on all of the social VR efforts that we're doing.
I will.
A lot of work here. I don't know. For those of you guys who have only seen this, for those of you guys who've only maybe seen Facebook Spaces from some of the demos that we've done in the past, we've just been consistently adding features to this, and it's just getting more and more polished and better over time. And you got a lot more interesting stuff coming on that front on Wednesday as well.
In fact, one of the things we added was being able to go live, which is why we're able to do this. So it was very cool. But so
can I go to the moon?
Yeah, I do actually, because I wanted to be an astronaut when I was little. But didn't manage to be able to fly anything, and I was thinking, okay, VR is pretty amazing because people plan how many years to be able to go to space, but we could just get there instantly. So here we are on the moon, staring at the Milky Way. It's absolutely lovely and just kind of cool to be able to go places you can't go, right? And be able to be there with friends. That's exciting.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty crazy view out here.
It is a pretty crazy view. We got.
One of the big themes that we talk about for VR all the time is that, these days it's it's a lot easier to be able to move bits around than atoms, right? It's a lot easier for us to bring some of these experiences to us than it is to build a lot of the transportation technology to take people to different places. And there are all these different things in all of our realities that we can't experience, right? Whether they're people that we want to see, but it's hard for us to physically be there with them, or things that we can't do.
Yep.
And going to space is something that I think a lot of people dream about. And unless something really dramatically changes about the economics, about how that works, most of us aren't going